What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Wolverine on the PS5 starting motion capture. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but very, very shortly. As said by Mike Yosh, this is the lead animator of Wolverine on the PS5, and he talks about, how the studio is pretty quiet, but it's not going to be quiet for very long. You see the picture, and you see, everything seems very much ready to rock, right? You see all the stacks of papers on the table. I mean, they're ready to get going. Now, there's not too much you can kind of glean from this story other than things seem to be moving at a pretty solid pace. We don't know when the game is going to release. I know there was talk, I believe, from people in the studio, and the best we got is that very early development. That the game was in very early development when they showed the trailer back this past September, and they also showed Spider-Man, right? We know Spider-Man is 2023, and I would imagine Spider-Man 2 being 2023 is going to be the fall, probably around or try to be around when they had Spider-Man 2018, which was September. So I would imagine they try to match that, okay, like next very early fall, I guess, let's say, with Spider-Man. And then the question would be, does Wolverine happen in 2023? Does that even make sense? Does it happen in 2024? I think 2024 probably makes the most sense, and especially now that we get motion stuff, capture and performances, those things, I mean, they vary. They can go a very long time. They can go, not as long, I guess you can say. But I think, again, like in the positive standpoint, and really all of it, I would say, is positive, is that things are moving. I mean, obviously they announced it in September, very early development, so they were probably just getting things ready, and now they're ready to, they're fully into this thing. I would probably predict that because you're starting motion capture right now, okay, so you could say April, May 2022, I'd imagine this is pretty easily a 2024 thing, give it 2 years from now, and it would release, but that's not, number one, it's not that far away, and number two, you'd have Spider-Man 2 to kind of ease you over, that time period before this game, comes out. So not a bad thing whatsoever. I guess I never really paid much attention to, whether they started this stuff or they didn't, but I think it makes sense, the timeline. So in a positive, note, I don't think anything so far seems to be, bad with this game. It seems to be following a pretty set script, and now here we go. So hopefully, 2 years from now, we get the game, and hopefully just 2024 in general. I would most likely doubt this would be, if there was ever an odd of it happening in 2023. I don't really think in general you would have, well, number one, there's no way it comes out the first half of next year, okay? And then number two, if it were to come out the second half of next year, would you even want it to? Obviously, from a money perspective, you would, but from, having these two juggernauts, Spider-Man and Wolverine, we know Spider-Man will sell well the day it comes out, the week it comes out, the first several months it comes out, and then pretty darn well over time to probably become one of the better selling PlayStation games ever, like the first one. And so, Wolverine's going to come out in that, area no matter what. If it comes out 7 months after, Spider-Man 2 could still be selling reasonably well, getting it, continue to climb in the charts. But I just don't think you put these in like back-to-back months or even like 2 months apart. So September, say Spider-Man 2, and then Wolverine, say November. So I really think, having this be maybe like almost a God of War time period, like an April kind of thing, or Uncharted 4, I think was late May. Those seem to work. So, if you had Wolverine come out about now or next month in 2 years, I think that works pretty well. So that's just, I don't know if you can necessarily grab that, from the motion capture. It's just my opinion. It's just something I wanted to say, but definitely good news, that they're in there and they're getting to work. And, from this point on, things happen, I would say, relatively quick. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. If you want to follow me anywhere else, all of my social media is in the description below. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you guys on the next video.